Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my show, English in the Garden. English in the Garden. And my name is Janpha Thadphoothon. I'm an English teacher in Bangkok, Thailand. And this morning, I have here a book to talk about and share with you. I recently purchased the book from a book sale in Bangkok, Thailand. And the title is very interesting: A Brief Guide to Philosophical Classics. A Brief Guide to Philosophical Classics, starting from Plato to Winnie the Pooh, written or compiled rather by James M. Russel. James M. Russel, first published in 2007. Is a book compiling different philosophical books, the big names, starting from Plato, Bertrand Russell, David Hume, Wittgenstein, and others. Okay, philosophy is one of my favorite subjects that I've been reading. Actually, philosophy or philosophical questions actually help you to think more about reality, from reality to you know hyper reality, according to the later philosophers. And of all the 67 books that uh, Russell has summarized, the one I first read, or I'm reading rather, is this one, Jean uh, Baudrillard, a French philosopher, passed away about 10 years ago. And the book that has been summarized is called uh, Symbolic Exchange and Death, published back in 1983. Here, Baudrillard introduced the concept of hyperreality. Hyperreality is like simulation, is the excessive use of referential where the sign and the signification or the signification has become excessively used to refer to other signs. Now, in order to understand the concept of hyperreality, you got to understand basic semiotics. Semiotics is the study of signs. You know, Signs are everywhere. A sign can be a thing, it can be an idea, it can be a word, a sound. According to Bourdieu and Roland Barthes, and Ferdinand uh, de Boer, and Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist, has said that in meaning making there are two entities. One is called the uh, signifier, and the other is the signify. For example, when I say the word apple, what you have heard from me is the language is called as the signifier. In your head, you manufacture the meaning, and in the process of meaning manufacture, manu in the process of meaning making, you can, you may think of an iPhone, a smartphone, or a real apple. I mean, those are the reference that you have in your head based on your background. This is very important starting point. And the relationship between uh, the signifier and the signify is very intricate. It's like two sides of the same coin, you know, and they are inseparable. I mean, we cannot separate the two entities. Moreover, a sign refers to other thing rather than itself. For example, when I say the word cat, a cat can be defined as other things, other sides that are not the cat. You know, you cannot say a cat is a cat because it's tautology. You won't go anywhere. And this very concept is the core fundamental concept of Derrida. Derrida concept of different or different. Writing makes meaning because of the concept of different or different. In order to understand concept A, you got to exclude or include other concepts that are not actually A. So this is the principle of contrasting, contrasting, and meaning making in traditional structural philosophy. Now, Sean Baudrillard has come up with an argument against de Saussure, Ferdinand de Saussure. He said that because of technological advancement, we have produced too many signs, and the signs are excessive. Remember that in order to understand a cat, you have to understand other things that are not a cat. So you have to understand the universe of entity within certain parameters. So because of that, more and more data, more and more text or size have been produced. So and those have become excessive. Excessive to the point that the size has turned into itself by self-referential. It's become a self-referential size. This is what happens because Jean Baudrillard said that this phenomenon has created what he called hyperreality. Hyperreality or the simulated world. We are so there is a barrier between reality and what is not real. So we cannot for sure differentiate actually a map and the actual area. So a map that we use you see from the internet had actually become the national boundaries. That is why we have heard so much uh, discourse on fake news because we nowadays is almost impossible for us to differentiate what is real, what is unreal, what is fake, what is true. All of them has become self-referential. Real is what you believe to be real. This is Sean Bulletin. And this is just one chapters of the book that I'm showing you. And I'm Janpha Thadphoothon. I'll leave you with the cover of the book. If you have a chance, go and get the book. Reading philosophical books will actually, stimulate your brain cells to work harder. And you will actually understand many things going on around the world, especially the ideas in the 21st century. I'm Janpha Thadphoothon, and this is my show, English in the Garden. English in the Garden. I'm not in my garden, I'm in my library. Talk to you later.